Biscuits and tea.
30, 30, 34.
34.
Period. 99.
Welcome,
Boom!
man, to a new episode of Biscuits and Tea, baby. I've got 3 cups of coffee in my body. Tyler's been drinking beer all morning. Will, he had
It's
a
not
Gatorade
morning
today.
anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's definitely not morning.
It's
It
4:30.
is. Yeah, it's afternoon.
Do our listeners know that you guys are, like literally it's crazy right now? List off all the countries that we're each in, and we're running a podcast. I don't think anybody knows this.
Yeah. Oh, wow. You're right, actually. We're really all far apart from each other, kind of.
Yeah, I'm in
So, all
Kansas
right,
City.
I'm in Sweden.
Yeah.
He's in Kansas City. I'm in Sweden. Tyler is
People's Democratic of Korea.
Korea. I bet. Could you point out Korea on a map?
I'm good with geography.
Are you? You can.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. In the Europe, I get kind of screwed up with all the tiny nations out west. Those
In
ones-
Europe?
Yeah.
Like
all
the
those, little.
Well, Lithuania is one. Lithuania, Moldova.
I think
That's
I
not
could
too
hit
far
Lithuania. I think I could work my way down from Estonia and hit
Yeah.
Lithuania,
Yeah.
Latvia.
Okay.
I don't know what
Yeah.
I'm after.
Gibraltar. Those weird.
could find Gibraltar.
Luxembourg.
Those are countries?
Yeah, I know they are country. That's such an American. Is that a country? That Luxembourg. That
got
sounds
those-
like something I'd.
They got those provinces up in Canada. I don't know much about that. And then they got, I don't even know, man. We got
I love
states
how
here.
our characters. They're immediately from the south.
Oh,
Like the rest of the country has any fucking idea where any of those places are. Like, and someone in New York just knows where Luxembourg is. They don't.
Yeah.
I
were you
would
gonna say, Tom?
I would be so screwed in Africa outside of the north.
Outside of the north, I think you could do okay in the west based on your soccer knowledge. You do okay in West Africa. Those are footballing countries that you know players, really famous ones
I
from.
can get Madagascar. I can
You
get
can get
South
Madagascar.
Africa. I can get Madagascar, South Africa.
Yeah, Central Africa would be tough for most people.
I would just be throwing darts there. Like I know the names
Yeah.
of them. I would just
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Chad, Niger,
yeah,
Ghana. I'd just be
yeah.
Botswana.
Yeah. Hey, you're doing pretty good already. I don't even know. The B, I for sure could not point out where Botswana is.
I believe it's on the western seashore of the
Western Sea.
The
What sea?
well, it kind of depends. We talk about,
Yeah.
there was a war, there's civil war in the battles, so there's a little bit of a conflict between
Right.
who and where on the coast, what happened, and when they came through in the 1970s, that's when it became that
70s.
prominent.
Is it 70s?
But
It's
it's not reported very well. I know, but the thing is,
Very well.
it's kind of hard to give you an exact answer unless you're more specific on what you're asking me, because there is a lot of legal and political things going on.
What body of water touches Botswana?
Botswana. Okay, that's really It's interesting you asked that, because really I was talking to a theologian, and the theologian Dr. Winslow. I don't know if you've heard of him. He was on Oprah last year, but he got canceled. He was going to be on, but then he didn't go. But the Indian Ocean, to make the long story short,
is probably right next to it.
It used to be called that, but I don't know what it's called now. So whatever it's bordering now, I'm not sure, but I know they used to call it the Indian Ocean.
I'm pretty sure that was a trick question, because I'm pretty sure Botswana is landlocked.
It's done. It is.
No. Oh, you guys are talking about the current, not the former.
Oh,
The border shifted. The control of the country shifted recently.
Yeah.
My studies ended to go a couple decades ago. So
Paulus, this is a perfect time to throw in that. Okay, so Paulus, editor of and producer of this podcast, is in Lithuania. Paulus, you got to say what up.
What's up, guys?
Could you pull up a map of Africa without the country names?
Of course, yeah. Wait a second.
You can find that. So yeah, that's hilarious. You went with the Indian Ocean too, B?
Well,
Yeah, no,
it's difficult. It's difficult to give you guys a straight answer because there's been so much change in the history of what you're asking.
I see.
I see,
especially in the 70s. Especially in the 70s when Africa was really moving around. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Isn't it interesting though? Like you can really make anything sound somewhat believable, and that's what politicians. I mean, no, you don't believe me because okay, but think about like a random person who's never heard anything we've talked about coming onto the listening to our podcast, and then Will asking me that, and then I'm ranting on about that. I sounded halfway serious, and I guarantee you, someone out there is going to believe me what I'm saying.
Someone might have there for sure. Someone who's also not getting the fact that you're joking, and because they can't catch your face, and then B with no real understanding. I think you might. They would be like, yeah, like there were some changes in the 70s, and really.
That's when Africa was colonized.
Yes, in the
1970.
1970. What if history was just completely wrong?
What if the oceans even? Sorry, go ahead.
No. Yeah, I can actually. It's way trickier than. It's not all fault either. No one tells you about African, Asian, or Eastern European history.
Yeah.
I don't know the body of water that's on the east coast of Africa. I don't know what that's actually called. It's not the Indian Ocean. I don't know what.
Gulf.
I don't know anything.
I would guess the Gulf
Arabian.
of Africa.
They have the Arabian, not Arabian Peninsula, but the Arabian something. I can't remember what it's called either.
What is this information like? If I knew this information, how would you guys think this benefits me as a person? Just to know geographical things. I'm being genuinely honest.
I mean, I don't specifics about geography probably isn't going to make your life any better knowing those facts. However, what it does do is tell us more about the relationship you have to the world.
Yeah.
Meaning, if you do understand where Nigeria is, it's probably because you grew up with a coach and friends of that backing. You understand the culture a little bit. You know the capital, maybe. You know these people. So it can tell you a bit more. If you know, if somebody, it's like you know that. It's a random fact, but it's attached to a whole bunch of
that's true
real things. So when you get somebody who goes, I'm not going to that city, France. I'm not, you know that person maybe doesn't know any, you can maybe not take stock in what they're saying.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good point. Yeah.
Do you know that big, let's just go with the big one, the biggest ones there. So we're looking at a map of Africa. Can you zoom in, Paulus, any? Just, I think if you take your two fingers. Oh, you don't have, there you go. All right. So that big country in the middle of Africa, the green one, you guys. So you see that green one? Maybe you can roll the cursor over that.
Dude, I don't know.
What is that?
Algeria.
No, Algeria is not a Central African. You do know where Algeria is if we made you think about it.
The Congo?
There you go. That's a good one. Dude, that's good.
I'm so bad at this. I don't know any of them.
Cameroon? Do you not? What could you pick out? Could you pick out anything?
You can get one of them.
What,
yeah, you can get one.
Cameroon's like the island, right?
Where? What? Which one?
Cameroon. Isn't Cameroon an island?
Well, the pronunciation is what's throwing me first off, because you're saying Cameron, James Cameron.
Cameroon.
You're talking about
I said Cameroon.
Cameroon. All right, Cameroon. Cameroon's not an island.
The far right one?
Oh, it isn't?
Cameroon's not an island, no.
B, are you talking about the brown one? The big brown one?
Yeah.
Okay, what is that? You do know that.
Is that where Drogba's from?
No, that's where
Drogba's not. Yeah,
there's a bunch of penguins, an elephant.
Oh, Madagascar.
There you go. Okay. There you go.
I'm sure you can get you can probably get the tip on the bottom.
The tip.
Yeah, you could get that.
The last.
The very
South Africa.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. Right. We're perfect.
Well, I mean, I just made me look like the dumbest American ever because I couldn't think of South Africa. It just seems too easy.
I know, but it's hard. There's a lot of countries in Africa too. It's not like. But this is my thing against.
I want to see Will. I want to see how many you can get, from top to bottom. Just go from top to bottom and see how many you can get.
Okay, I would start actually. I know where Egypt is. I've been there 3 times. It's next to the one that would be far right. So top, go to the top. The
pink
where's
one.
the cursor? No.
Oh, the one
pink.
to the right of the pink one.
Orange.
Orange. Oh, brown.
Sorry. More right. More right. More right. There you go. Egypt.
Okay.
So I only know, and then obviously you got. Now this is only from living in Morocco. Pretty sure Morocco's green. To the
Morocco's
left.
green.
No. Left. Up there. Yes, up. Yes.
I thought
Is that
Morocco
Morocco?
was the brown one on the far left. Isn't it right under Portugal?
Oh, it might be. Is it further over?
I swear
Mali's
Morocco's the one on the farthest left.
Mali's right there. Libya's to the left of Egypt, but I don't know what that green.
I'm
Is that
pretty
not
sure
his?
Morocco's that one on the far
What is that? B, can you look?
Yeah.
Or Paulus or somebody? Can somebody look what's in
I'll look
between?
up on that.
Yeah. This is what I was going to say. Here's my point. I think it's great that.
Yeah, Morocco's the dark brown one on the far left.
Okay, so Morocco's all the way over, and then Mali's right to the right of that. Or is Mali beneath it?
No, Mali's the one under Algeria.
Under Algeria.
The big green one with the 90-degree.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. All right. So that makes sense. What's then there? Algeria, Morocco. What are we missing? I'm missing Libya. We've already got. I got Libya. What's the green one?
This one?
Oh.
The green one's Mali.
No. Up there.
The
up
far right.
in between. What am I missing? Algeria?
Oh, the small one. It's Tunisia.
Tunisia, of course. That's what we're missing. The North African.
Yeah.
So Algeria, Tunisia, Morocco, Egypt. Those ones. Those are the North African ones over there.
Will, is there any correlation between Niger and like the profanity? Like, what do you call it? Not profanity. They're like the
slur.
The slur. Yeah, the slur that's used.
No idea. No idea. You want to find that out?
Yes, I do want to find that out.
Yeah, we can see. What do you think? I think it's coming from the same root, and that root is something that probably didn't have a negative connotation at some point. It only referred to black people, and then possibly as life went on.
I'm trying to search it.
All right. Well, while you're doing that, the point I want to make here is that regardless of if you have any idea on any facts, no one gets to feel special anymore on Earth about knowing a fact. Like, oh, you know where Cape Verde is? You know where Japan is on the map? No, everyone can find that. Knowledge is not, that's not a thing.
You do get kind of a status thing, though, when you can just throw those out on the spot.
Of course. But I'm not saying that it's your use of that knowledge that's what's important, though. If I can easily look up where it is, it may signify that I have a good memory, that I studied it. I mean, but we could do this too. I mean, how long is it going to take us to memorize the countries in Africa? We could do it, and then we could appear to look like geniuses and run around town going, oh, you don't know where this is, and like make ourselves look amazing.
By the way, there's no correlation. There's no correlation.
Okay.
Because I mean, it kind of makes sense. Well, at least from the small research I did, I couldn't find anything. But obviously, there's 2 G's in the slur and then 1 G in the country name. So,
of course. Yeah.
I think it's just a random correlation.
Yeah.
I mean, but these aren't what people from their countries call them, is it?
What do you mean, people from their
countries?
Like
in Africa, like Croatia is not called Croatia.
No.
Croatian. Like,
that's a crazy thing too. Yeah. Well, yeah, you have your own.
Niger.
Well, I was just talking. We were talking about this. These African countries were not. They were carved up by the colonists. They were not.
You're telling me that they didn't just form 90-degree angles?
Yes. No. All right, so the oil stops here. Yeah, no, they did. It appears that some certain countries came in. Were like, the diamonds stop here, so we're going to take this part, and you guys can have. But you're like, we're laughing. That's literally what was going on. They carved it up. I've wanted to research this even more, but it's insane because what you did is this very similar things happen in the Middle East as well, where just like you got these certain tribes or cultures that were together, and they were like, "Yep, you're a country now." So deal with that.
That was after World War II, right?
Yeah, depending on which one we're talking about.
I think there was a huge one where
there was that big where they had to go. All right, you get this, you get that. All right, you can have this, you get that. It's insane. I don't know what that was called, but could you imagine something like that happening? Not like, what if someone just like went gangster? Like, what if just Canada just snapped off and just started coming into the U.S. and they just somehow they won? Let's just pretend that somehow they won, and they started lying. They put like they would make New York and New Jersey together, and like they like just go and make a big state over there, and
jeez, break up Texas.
It doesn't even really have anywhere close to the same effect though, because we all have a pretty similar culture already.
Where would it be the worst then? Israel and Palestine.
Jeez.
I mean, Asia. I think you could really screw up Asia.
Oh wow! If you like, well, they're not as. Asia's got all these peninsulas. You know, they're all like it's like hard to like form a country. Like they're all like they're not too spread, but like I can't imagine.
Europe would be pretty bad.
Europe would be pretty bad, but it happens. It's happened for like 2,000 years. Europe just constantly just like, yep, we're Germany now. We're this now. Sweden and Denmark and them, they've been like trading land and stuff like that all the time. But yeah, I have no idea. There's not going to be a world war.
People from Denmark seem kind of sneaky.
Let's just throw. Here we go. And the J Mike section is. Well, we are making. We are in the midst of making a video on how somebody kind of disappeared, and we're pointing the finger.
I don't know. There's just something a little off. And I don't know. PewDiePie kind of raised. Yeah, about the Danish. I don't know. PewDiePie. I've been watching
Swedish.
him, and I know
He's Swedish,
he talks about people from Denmark all the time, and
they hate each other though.
Yeah,
they don't hate each other. They talk shit on each other.
Yeah.
So much. It's like you.
I bet the Danes had to learn to become super sneaky because their land was so flat when they were first forming, so they had nowhere to hide. So they had to find alternate ways to be sneaky.
And that's how. Well, I think they were bigger though before. They've had a huge. I don't understand Vikings, dude. This is another thing. I don't get what happened. Who were they? How did that work?
I think they were mainly the Norwegians.
They were mainly the Norwegians.
I think that's mostly where they were, and they just enjoyed essentially just plundering and just taking everything, and they made these boats that could make them sail super quick, and it's
like pirates.
Yeah,
I don't think they really had end game plan. But
they were bad. They were bad guys, right? It sounds like they're bad.
Yeah. I would say they're bad. I mean, they got down to the Mediterranean. They were down trading on the Mediterranean coast. They went over to the U.S. for a bit. Like
that's controversial, supposedly, though. The fact that they made it to the U.S., which is not. They clearly, I think they made it too. I think, but I mean, mainstream. I don't know that we give them like, oh, they had a great large settlement. They clearly made it way over there.
No, but I think I would just watch some video on them. I think it was more of they had that whole Valhalla, like it wasn't we want to go settle over here. It's more of a challenge. It's like, well, let's go see what's going on over here. Let's go see if we're kind of tired from plundering everybody over here. Let's go check out some new area and see what's going on.
The Vikings' early expeditions to North America are well documented and accepted as historical fact by most scholars around the year 10,000 1000 AD.
That's what the Vikings want you to believe.
The other scholars are Columbus fanboys.
Yeah, they're like, nah, nobody made it. Columbus discovered it, and that's fine. End of story.
What's the deal with Americans and their love for Columbus, by the way? There's like a population of people that are just like pro Columbus, bro. Fucking love Columbus. If you don't like Columbus, then get the fuck out, bro.
Yeah, it became one of those things, didn't it? You know,
it's like, do you even know what you're arguing about? Like,
exactly. I don't.
As a kid, I was pretty stoked on Columbus. He got us a 3-day weekend every
I know,
year.
right?
Yeah.
What's there not to love?
It's perfect. But here's this is what's on the top here from Washington Post. Columbus did not discover America. He never set foot in North America during 4 trips. Then one started in 1492. He got to the Caribbean islands that are now Bahamas, as well as another island called Hispaniola. And he got to Central and South American coast. That's it. The dude never set foot in. And we're just like, fucking USA. Give us this Columbus Day, bro. Where's Columbus Day? We wouldn't be here if it wasn't. It's a weird thing. I don't understand how it happened either. Like, how did we get to that point where we just start saying.
I don't know. He's an Italian. I didn't realize he was from Italy.
That's also disputed.
Oh, really?
Type in where's he from. Yeah,
Genoa.
You'll start getting.
How do you say it? I don't know how to say it. Genoa?
I don't
No.
Genoa.
Genoa.
It took forever.
For what?
Looks beautiful.
I think for anyone to fund him because everyone knew he was wrong about how
Trying to get to
about how big the Earth was.
Yeah.
His calculations were just way off. I was like, no, we know how big the Earth is. Like the Romans knew how big the Earth was.
Right.
He was like, no, this is right.
No.
So they really all should have just starved way over.
Yeah.
Weren't the
Mayans?
Mayans? Weren't the Mayans the first one that kind of figured all that stuff out, though? The size of the Earth and
I don't know if the Mayans knew the size of the Earth.
Oh, but they did such a good job of
No, the Romans were way before the Mayans.
Oh, they were. See, I don't know.
Yeah,
my
the Romans
history is
were
really
way
bad.
before.
Guys.
Romans are BC.
Mayans are like 600 AD.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. The Mayans, the Romans must have been first. If we're talking about the great.
Yeah. No, this year I do want to make an effort of like learning more about this stuff because I do think that history repeats itself. So you can use this information and the thought processes and the controversies that happened during those times. And a lot of times it's weird how they kind of work for today's issues and how we can not make the same mistakes twice, you know?
Totally. It's
that's where I get stuck on.
Stuck on what?
Stuck on YouTube binges.
Yeah.
That's what I was just watching like a 20-minute video on the history of Mexico or something, and it was showing how like the Mayans and Aztecs all.
What? Yeah. Oh, the Aztecs. I want to go.
Just how the Aztecs started and everything. And I don't know. I always thought the Aztecs were like a lot older than they actually.
How? What are we thinking? What are we talking?
I think they started in like 1200.
1200. The Aztecs, were they that recent that they were just sacrificing? You know those things
so.
like they like. They did some crazy sacrifices where they were just killing. They chop off people's heads, or what was the thing there? They did something.
They cut out their hearts.
I know, but they had some ceremony. Some.
Yeah, it'd be. Did you ever see that movie? I think Apocalypto, maybe.
Oh yeah, no, that's the Mel Gibson movie, right?
Yeah,
I never saw.
Really good.
What a great guy, by the way.
Oh, it's really good.
Hey, he's making a comeback. And he's making a new movie. We talked about it.
He's been doing well. Yeah, he's been doing well. You know, good for him. Everybody loves a good comeback story. You know.
You do. Why not?
Especially Mel.
Why not? Let him work his way back. I don't know what is real. We need to get him on the podcast, really, because I can't tell what's real.
Yeah.
What was he in trouble for? I don't even know what he was. I just know he
This is why we have Paulus. Paulus, could you please Google why was Mel Gibson in trouble while we talk for a second?
Tell you what, he missed cancel culture at the perfect. He had the timing down really well. He messed up in the early 2000s, before 2010, I think, is when he had his downfall. Yeah, great time of a downfall because you can really use the cancel culture to kind of bounce back. Now he's kind of coming out the other side.
Exactly. Just take a nap for 10 years. You know, lay low, get those scripts ready.
If I was going to be a PR person full time, I think my first thing, if anybody makes a mistake, is just go silent for 5 years. Don't say anything for 5 years, and then come back and make your first statement on the issue.
Hey, I got you one. This is why we have a team, B. This is why we have a team. I got to do you one better. Not only do you keep their mouth shut for 5 years, but we put them on an island somewhere and with the other cast-offs, and we film it. And when the 5 years are up, we got ourselves a show also full of the outcasts ready to go. Just ready to go shoot that out to Pixar. You got Louis C.K. out there dropping jokes. You got Harvey Weinstein's trying to make a movie out of it over there. You know, where are the rest of these guys that got like just absolutely brought?
Well, that's exactly what Kanye did after the whole Taylor Swift incident.
Was he quiet then after that?
You remember that? You remember when he?
I remember, but I don't remember what happened.
No, he just dipped off to Hawaii for like a year and a half. Then he came back with
an album,
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Yeah, he just made an album over the year and a half. He didn't say anything, and then he just came back and dropped like one of his best albums. And everyone, oh, we love you.
Oh, you're so good. You're so good. I think it's not a bad
thing. Like all this stuff, the reason why I say that is because no one really cares about anything that's happening. Like if someone says something bad and they get in trouble, it's like you get excited about it and you talk about it, and it's like we always talk about the 24-hour news cycle, and no one really cares about what's going on. No one's actually going to do anything. They just want to bitch about it on the internet or
exactly
whatever. But so like I really do think that a lot of times, like Kansas City Chiefs, good example. Everyone was getting all crazy about the tomahawk chop and wearing the headdresses and painting stuff with all the Washington football team's news coming out, and they were kind of getting under hot water. They didn't say anything for like 3 months, and then they just come out. The Chiefs. They didn't say anything about like what they're going to do, any changes, anything. They didn't rush into it. Waited 3 months, and they just drop an article out of nowhere, like on a Tuesday at 1:00 in the afternoon, and it's like we have been taking our time and making sure that we're doing everything according to this, and it's like. I mean, it's all BS, but it's like that's going to work on the public. And they announced it during a time where the news cycle has passed. So people don't give a shit about it anymore. Yeah. It's what's the next thing? Yeah. They're not going to go back to the Washington football team. They had their moment. That whole that was then. But now,
well, they just screwed up posting that black square. That's where they messed up.
Oh, yeah, they should have kept their mouths shut.
If they just didn't say anything during that, I think they would probably still have the
you have
name
to.
if they were.
Everyone had to during that, right? If you didn't, then you're a racist. That's our culture.
Yeah,
literally. I didn't. I don't know. I don't.
Well, Tyler, I think part of the problem is that they couldn't. That's the issue, right? They can't actually post the black square because people are gonna be like, "What the fuck are you posting that black square for?"
Well, they did.
It's hilarious. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. If you can't do it, maybe there's an issue. If you can't stand up to say we're together for not being racist, that's already an issue. So like, even if they don't do it, people are like, are you okay? Like we just worked with I don't know if you guys know this. We just worked with a well-renowned organization, and during one of the intros of our thing, we were all kneeling. And that said organization was worried that we were making a statement and that they wanted that cut out because. I'm not.
Oh wait!
Yes.
Can you imagine? If we formulated a campaign?
Not a picture. We were doing an intro for a video, Tyler, and we were with one of the world's most powerful companies. Some of the most, they're huge. We shouldn't name them just to be nice because I don't want to. Yeah, there's no reason to throw because we don't know who specifically was speaking for them, and I'm for sure the people the actual individual would have been okay with it, but we were kneeling during our intro to the video, and they did not want that to be seen because they were scared that
it would draw controversy.
They too had controversy against standing against racism. It's a very controversial thing.
We were literally just we were just doing an intro. Like none of us were even thinking about doing anything like that. But I mean, so you bring it up, it was just like, that's in bad taste. I think I would stay way far away from telling people not to kneel for any reason. Like, why?
Especially black people at that too. Yeah.
Yeah. That That's interesting. And like, man, talk about like dodging a bullet. Because like, if we were assholes, that story has fucking legs.
It's got it does have some legs. That could have caught on pretty quick.
African American social media influencer is told he cannot kneel.
I'm so lost in this. Send me in the chat.
All right, yeah, B, you can handle that while I go ahead and proof our thing. So, my name's Tom Brennan. We're here at the baseball match. I'm feeling good. I've got a nice cold beer right here next to me. I'm going to go ahead and throw out a gay slur and say that these gay people in this gay slur are actually the capital of the world. And hey, all right, we're back to regular. We should play that on the. We should play it.
Let me find the highlight of it. So
if you find it,
understand what Will's referring to there. In the Major League Baseball in America, there was an announcer for the Cincinnati Reds. They were playing the Kansas City Royals, and on the live broadcast, he just happened to say something pretty offensive. He didn't realize he was live on national television. So let's find this.
Right, just so I can reiterate there that he's a broadcaster who's been doing this for years. He did not realize people get caught on hot mics all the time, and I can get it if it's a joke and things like that. I get it. You're joking. Maybe you say, Tyler sucks. Like you're joking about some stuff, but like that's a really, really weird one.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I don't know if we're not everybody's going to be able to hear this, but I guess
let me. I'll send it to you guys.
Or if you can connect to can you unplug your headphones?
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Is that not going to screw up Zencaster?
Oh. No, he'll be fine. I you're good. You're good. That one, I know you're good.
So if I turn these off,
and then turn them back on, it'll connect, and you can press the connect in the setup thing. Everything will be fine. Turn them off, press play, and you'll be fine.
Okay.
I can't believe this is the easiest. This is like just such an easy job. Just like if you're good at it, this is the easiest job in the world.
Oh boy! Turn it up. We can't hear.
What the heck? The fag capitals of the world.
So hold on a sec while he gets his set up. Good old BMT boys and BMT girls. The Reds Live pregame show. Yeah, it is an easy job, Tyler. But I think what happens is you get kind of comfortable and you get kind of lax.
We go to the top half of the fifth inning.
Oh no! I
just to lead things off. Jim Day's going to be taking us the rest of the way
through this game for his life.
Like, he obviously loves baseball. There's nothing he'd probably rather be doing than just going, sitting, and talking about baseball. You get paid millions of dollars a year to do it.
Went out over the year that I am deeply ashamed of. If I have hurt anyone out there,
no, sir.
I can't tell you how much I say from the bottom of my heart. I'm so very, very sorry. I pride myself and think of myself as a man of faith. As there's a drive in the deep left field,
I don't know if your mic caught it.
It will be a home run.
Choice words.
And so that'll make it a 4-0.
Did you get his apology?
I don't know if I'm going to be putting on this headset again. I don't know if it's going to be for the Reds. I don't know if it's going to be for my bosses at Fox. I want to apologize to the people who signed my paycheck.
Did you not see his apology?
I did, but I didn't. I had to watch it 2 times to see how funny it was that this guy's hitting a home run, and then he's talking about,
I can't begin to tell you how deeply
my soul.
I'm
a Christian. I'm a Catholic. I'm a Jesus lover. Please don't.
And Howard snaps it long for a 2-run homer. The Reds are now up 3-0, and you guys, I am still very sorry about.
Sorry, and I beg.
Really sorry about that. Yeah. So I don't. Has anything happened to this guy since then? I know he's suspended. He's been suspended. That's all I know. But I don't know that he's actually going to get fired or if he's said any more. Oh, people are coming down on him. Tom Brennan graduated from Ohio, suspended indefinitely after he uttered an anti-gay slur on air. Oh, I want to sincerely apologize.
I want to know what city he was talking about.
Has he said that?
He should make a pardon deal where he says what city
He should. Part of the issue is that we all have with mainstream media is that they say these things, and then the apologies we all feel are fake, and then they don't ever treat us like real people. They never treat us like humans.
That's everyone though. That's on YouTube. That's everybody who gets in trouble for saying.
Well, what's the best thing to do then?
Have a sincere.
With everyone, some of these people have been sincere. I thought this dude was actually sincere. I saw his apology before I heard the thing. I was like, this dude seems really sincere. And then I heard what he said, and he definitely was sincere about his anti-gay slur also. So I don't know.
I think the apologies need some more cursing in them.
I mean, yes.
I think a big issue is they still like walk on eggshells after with their apology. If they just came out at that point, you can't really say anything worse. And I really think you should just come out, you guys. Like, I'm a fucking idiot. Like, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I fucking said that. I really I don't know what to say. I would probably if I did something that say I honestly don't know what to say. Like,
I mean, that's sincere. You're being sincere.
I would just leave. I'd be like, I'm sorry. Like, I would just leave and then come out with something later.
Yeah. So I don't know. Basically, it's pretty crazy that he came on 5 minutes after and like gave his spiel, because talk about like, you think you'd want to formulate what you really want to say. I'm surprised the organization let him. He's lucky they let him do that.
But maybe that's a good thing. You immediately, what do? Like, people get mad at, I think, George Bush, right, for like sitting there and continuing to read the book during September 11th. Like,
that is not a fair comparison in the slightest.
Listen, that's what they did. They get mad at him.
Something he had no control over, and then pointed.
Conspiracy theories. No, I'm just kidding. But no, yeah, like, well, that's what people get mad. Listen to my long, drawn out bow here. It's, what are you supposed to do in that moment? Is it better? I think it's better that we got a little bit of raw emotion from, what's his name? Brennan? I don't know his name.
Tom Thom Brenneman.
Tom Brenneman. Yeah, I think it's better that. Yeah, since he, because if he just went on and just said that was a great home run, what if he just kept going with the slur? Like, I don't know what to do. What to do, Tyler? Yeah. Like, what to do?
Well, so I didn't really see that much emotion. One of the biggest issues with me when he was apologizing, he opened it up with something along the lines of, "I'm sorry, apparently," or a slur I said apparently went over the airwaves, or he didn't say like, "Sorry, I said this right away." He said he was apologizing because it went over the air because it got caught.
Exactly. He was not sorry.
There wasn't that much.
I don't think he ever directly apologized to the LGBT.
No, he did. He did after he apologized to the people who write his check.
He did say that. I apologize to the people that write my check. It's a rough time. That's a rough one. Trying to.
So let's just say, for whatever reason, Will John is on Fox Soccer, and Will John accidentally drops a similar slur off air, and it wasn't even, you didn't mean it, like it was just crazy.
Well, wait a second though. If I didn't mean it, it's different than this case, because this dude, when you hear it, he meant it. He did mean it, and you can. I saw the apology, thought he was sincere, heard the thing, go, oh no, you definitely.
So
kind of feel like that.
It wasn't like you're playing in a game or something and you make a mistake and you just yell something just out of a reaction. It was like targeting a group of people in this city for being gay, essentially.
For being gay.
Is essentially what it was. I don't know how these comments. I don't even think it's a fair. I don't know how you'd even ask someone a question.
I'm just trying to create a solution. I'm just trying to, if you were in this position, what would you do? But the reality is that none of us would do that because we don't. We don't speak like that. And the issue,
we don't care if you're gay.
Talk like this all the time, and I am around people that talk all that, like, people say awful shit, and you're just like, holy crap! Like, I can't believe you just said that, or she just said that, and it's like,
sure.
You can sit there and like lecture them and do that whole route. But is it really going to matter? Like,
I don't know. It's exposure therapy is the best thing that I've seen for. It's really hard to continue to hate a certain race.
Yeah, I don't really try to lecture people on that when they say really ridiculous stuff around, but I do say, like, okay, well, I don't agree with that at all. I'll make it so like not. I'll hear stuff over here. Someone say something. I was like, I don't know, man. Like, you should probably just worry about yourself and let people live their life.
That's still a lecture, though, when you think about it.
You've told them.
You've told them what you think. I mean, we've talked about this last time. One of the main ones was, like I told you, is when we were talking about the world, and the guy was just like, yeah, I don't, except for the Jews. Like, I like everybody except for the Jews. He said that to me. It was just out of left field. Like, but I didn't say anything. I just brushed it off, and then I never talked to him ever again.
That's normally my route, is I try to avoid that person, but it's like, so if like a lot of people, he goes on there and he apologizes, but obviously it's not the first time he's ever said that.
No.
Sometimes,
no.
A lot of times it's not even possible to avoid those people. I mean, you get put them wherever you work, where you do whatever.
They're everywhere.
It was just a few days ago. I heard such a
even if you believe that, how are you really gonna say that at a workplace in 2020?
That's right. There's a. I don't know. Maybe they all talk like that. No one's trying to. Everybody's probably distancing themselves. Like, who is he talking to? And like, if it wasn't on the air, was there going to be any sort of repercussions? No, of course not. And like, everyone is hearing this. How many people are plugged into that mic? How many people are in the studio? Maybe some people are. You can't blame everyone. It's kind of like if you go straight into the Me Too movement, you got all these like people were getting upset about like interns and other people that knew what, like Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
Is he Weinstein or Weinstein? I don't remember.
Weinstein.
Is he Weinstein? Yeah. Okay. But yeah, people knew. They're like, yeah, the guy that like sends a girl up to the office to be with him. And like a lot of people knew. Let's just guess. Are we mad at them? Like, these people are also terrified of this guy. What are you supposed to do exactly?
It's basically the mob. Like, it's literally.
It is.
Money, do what I say, or I'm going to have this or this happen to your career, this happen to your family, or you want to get in that movie? Nope, psych.
Yeah.
Like, what do you expect?
I don't know.
To blackmail you? The whole thing. Like,
yeah. I don't know what I really don't have a good answer unless you're willing to just.
I would say it's definitely
punch the guy.
Like, you maybe don't put blame on them for like that once they get that deep in, but some blame should probably be put on them for getting that far into that industry, because there definitely was warning signs before they started putting all their eggs into this basket of getting into. For the people like Weinstein and everything, like to get to the point where Weinstein would actually. They'd be directly working with them. They would be doing something. There's been warning signs that that's not a good place. Like, it's not an ethical place to be, where they could have backed out leading up to that and gone into something else.
Is that fair though? You want to make movies, cool, but the whole entire industry is littered with people that are doing things that you. Also, by the way, can we just? Do you guys know the QAnon thing? Also, with the.
Vaguely.
There's a lot of you guys. There's so many conspiracies. We kind of touched on this. Pizzagate, QAnon, the Wayfair. There's a lot of conspiracies. We also talked about this. I know you have a friend.
Yep.
That needs to come on.
I'm excited to have him on because this man knows everything about conspiracies, and he knows all the stuff that's just like on the deep dark web. Like, just not like the mainstream stuff. Like, he'll just have some random factual information about the stories that we know, but it'll be like something you don't know about that particular conspiracy. That's why I like talking to him about it. He's my barber. So like, whenever I get my hair cut, I just fucking listen to this guy tell me all this crazy shit, and half of it I talk about on the podcast.
Does he believe in it, or is this the hobby for him?
He believes. He believes in most of it. Yeah. Yeah.
See, but here's the thing, Tyler, that I go with that. He's probably got, I don't know, let's say 100 conspiracy theories. that he's probably spread to be every time he goes to get his haircut. He's got a new one. He's got this one. He's got some ones from History B told me that he's really good on the historical conspiracies. One of these, Tyler, is real.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Statistically speaking, one of them either isn't perfectly correct, but like you realize that there are conspiracies. Majority of them are nonsense. The giant majority of conspiracies are nonsense. However, one of these he's going to get right. And it's probably not the one like you think.
That doesn't matter.
Why not?
You can't just believe in 100 things and be wrong on 99 of them. Like, it doesn't...
I'm not... No. But I don't care about what he believes. What I'm saying is about the truth.
I'm saying in general, it doesn't matter, though. Like, no one's ever going to figure out which is the true one when you also believe... When the population of these people believe in 99 other ones, they're kind of screwing themselves over, where they're making it impossible.
Are you talking about the conspiracy people?
Yeah, all conspiracy people. No one's ever going to figure out which one's the true ones until somebody that has nothing.
But what defines a conspiracy? Like, so journalists that ask questions about anything, are they all conspiracy theorists?
Yeah, no, you shouldn't be, and that's also an issue. Is that you could just claim everything is I'm sorry, look at this conspiracy. The U.S. military imported COVID into China. What? Oh, and that is part of 5G.
The 5G,
yeah, but I don't know.
The 5G conspiracy theory is the dumbest.
You don't know about
thing.
The 5G conspiracy theory?
No, I do. It's just the dumbest thing ever.
There's people are concerned here. Like, legit, they're standing out in front of the Capitol building screaming about 5G, and their kids are... This lady was like, yeah, my kids are in the car. They're dying from 5G, but we made it out here to make it a point. Let me try to find this. They got to find this.
No, that's from that's from the lockdown. That was from Wisconsin, I think. Madison.
I like that's an interesting... COVID-19 doesn't actually exist as a conspiracy theory. The pandemic is being manipulated by the deep state. Yeah, I don't know what to think about all these conspiracies.
It's like top 10 conspiracies from the COVID, so...
Oh, they're all from COVID. Give us something. Give us the general. I want to see a general top 10.
That Bill Gates just he created COVID so he could put chips in the vaccines and then chip everybody.
Okay.
And that's
what is and after this Bill Gates?
I don't know if there's really they figured out his end game. They just know that he wants to chip everybody.
I see, and he's working alone.
Yeah, it was just the dumbest person to pick. You pick Bill Gates, one of the biggest philanthropists in the world in history.
Hey, this is how he's doing. He's hiding it in plain sight. Tyler. He's just it's a long game. Everybody was making computers. He was thinking, I'm going to go help other people, and then I'm going to implant. All right, I got one for you. Did we land on the moon?
Paul McCartney's dead?
These are conspiracy theories.
Yeah, let's start with one before B's up here. Paul McCartney's dead and he's on the moon. That's B's stance. Did we go to the moon? Yes or no?
Yes.
No.
Nope.
I don't. Who's throws it in there? Nope. 100%. Not.
I think if we didn't go to the moon, my biggest argument for it is Russia would 100% be pushing every angle they could to prove that we did not go on the moon.
Yeah. I want to believe we went to the moon. Everything in my life growing up says that we went to the moon, but I can completely understand everyone who goes, what about this? Why haven't we been back? Where is this? How easy would it be for you if you can send satellites and we can do I get it. I'm not going to say it's all. There are some strange things to go with that, just like there are some strange things to go, say, with like the JFK assassination. There are some strange things. It doesn't equal, no, we didn't go to the moon, but we could use some answers. I don't get Paul McCartney stuff. Yeah. Go ahead, sorry.
No, I don't know. I just kind of, how many countries can go to the moon right now? Like, I wonder what that stat is. Like, okay, so like Russia, like most of the large countries, right, could figure out a way to get to the moon, I'm guessing.
China, yes.
And do we know what the argument is to not go back? Or like why no one cares anymore? Just because America did it first and that's it?
I know. Yeah, you're right. It
was
is
the
weird,
big deal, right? It was like the race to get to the moon, right? That was the thing.
Sure. That was the thing back then. It was a big deal. But now you can mine things on the moon. You can plan. We're going to be an off-planet type of species. And, and I don't understand why we have.
I think a lot of people have bigger issues to worry with right now than getting to the moon.
Really? Because the greatest scientist and inventor of your generation is obsessed with going to Mars, not even going to the moon. Okay, he's not, but so you say you're saying that that just because the money was backed by the U.S. government, it doesn't matter anymore though. There's more money in private. Why isn't a private company? Is the government blocking you from going to the moon? Luxury space hotel could cater to travelers by 2022.
Bullshit. That's written by the same people.
Holy fuck!
That's
how much is that? 800,000.
This is written by the same people that told us when me and B were in 5th grade we'd have flying cars by 2020.
Yeah. Maybe they're working on it. What do we know? Would you go?
Yeah.
If I had $800,000?
Would you? Let's do it. A Golarami sponsored.
Yeah.
2022.
Well, we're going to be the first people to juggle a ball on the moon, right? That's our thing.
Ooh, yeah.
Why else are we here? What else?
You'd only get one. It would just float away.
I think it could get, yeah. Well, we'll have good spacesuits by 2022, right? This is just like 1998, where like everyone's like, by 2020, it's gonna be so crazy. All this stuff. It is pretty crazy though.
2020 is gonna go down the worst year of all of our lives. I'm pretty sure.
It's.
I wouldn't. I don't know. I probably wouldn't put my money on that
unless you count the World War III starting as because that's going to happen in the next 5 years.
Triggered by what exactly? What would trigger World War III? What if it's not?
Meme, dude. I have this belief that like something's going to come out and it's going to be highly offensive and it's going to be like Americans making fun of Russia and then Russia's just going to go, fuck it, and they're just going to attack World War III.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what started the last? Some of these other wars, just a simple assassination. Was World War One.
Yeah.
World War II, we were trying to stop a psycho.
Yeah.
It only takes one psycho, man, and that was not long ago. That's what people just like, dude.
Yeah,
that's not.
At least we don't have any psychos in like power right now. So.
I knew what you were gonna say,
dude.
I don't think
power. That's a new thing. Yeah. That's a perfect segue to talk about the freaking psycho in Kansas City who runs one of the clubs here that hasn't been in the recent news.
Oh no. Yeah, you want to throw that up or throw something? I forget his name.
What's that club again?
Is this something like Sandusky?
It reads, Tyler, this article, it reads like it's a really strange story, man. Like, it's not the whole. Okay, I'm stuttering, but because I'm trying to figure out how to explain this properly. I think B should do it from the fact side, or do we want to have the non-fact side first?
Arson FC. This is a owner of a soccer club in Kansas City. His wife is currently. Let me make it very clear. She's currently running the club.
Just before you dig into this, why do all these people always look like who you would suspect?
As committing a crime?
Single time.
But to be honest, though, as far as mugshots, we can all make a mugshot, right?
Yeah.
You just you make yourself look. I'm not saying he doesn't look in this. He looks not. It doesn't look good. This is not a flattering mug shot.
Scary. I'm scared.
There's that one guy that turned a whole career. He's that model. He had a mugshot and he's got like green eyes and he's a handsome model. He turned it into an entire career. But anyway, go ahead. Yeah, B. Let us know.
So this guy, he owns the club. His wife co-owns it with him. But basically, he was having inappropriate sexual contact with a 15-year-old that played in his club. And this has been around for like 8 to 12 months. I've known about it, but he just got charged.
Level 4 Charged against. Oh, okay. I thought that was the charge was Cummings.
As part of the plea, the charges against Cummins, a level 4 felony, was reduced to attempted aggravated indecent liberties with a child. So,
Jesus, what's a level 4 felony? So what was? I think scrolling down, you get the girl's account, correct? I think I read an article, I think that you sent me, that had the girl's account, Tyler, and that's kind of what I want you to understand is what she says happened, as well as what the club, or I mean, I don't.
Did they say how much time he gets?
I don't know.
They sentenced him?
I think he accepted a plea deal, but I don't know if
he accepted a plea deal.
But I don't know if
he's charged in May. Cummins officially stepped down from running the club. The teen's mother said Cummins' wife stepped in to run the club in his place. So the wife is still running the club, and there's still people playing for this club in Kansas City right now.
Wait, listen. Exactly. Listen to the rest of the story, though. That's why you need to hear, because some more stuff is going on. Keep going. There you go.
Rather than go to a restaurant close by her home, the teen said Cummins took her to Panera 10 to 15 minutes away. He said he didn't want anyone to see them together. Leaving the restaurant, Cummins commented on the appearance of her rear end, she said. When they got in the car, he asked if she wanted to see his house. I kind of kept saying, I don't know. And he said, okay, I'll take you there. And the teen said, I had a sweatshirt on, and he made me put my hood on to go into the house so his neighbors wouldn't see. And basically...
keep reading, dude.
Oh, yeah,
Just finish that.
After giving her a tour of the house, the teen said Cummins walked her to the front door. He gave her a lingering hug. He rubbed her back. He asked if he could touch her rear end. He didn't respond. Do you think he really said that? Can I touch your rear end? I'm sorry, this is a serious moment, but that's fucking.
I know.
I think they're just writing it that way.
I think, she's just writing it that way. I don't know what he said.
That's just. I'm pretty sure we could phrase that in a way that just isn't weird. But she didn't respond, so he did. Then she said he asked if he could put his hands under her pants. She immediately said no. Then she said she walked to his couch and made her sit on his lap. When she tried to stand up, he held her. That's just creepy. It's making me uncomfortable reading it.
Yeah, no, I wanted him, but now I need you to go ahead. So you've kind of got an idea of what was going on and transpiring, Tyler, and that was her essentially saying that.
Later that afternoon, he began texting her apologies. In the following months, she said he bought her expensive gifts for Christmas and her birthday. Oh man, there's just so much creepy shit.
Where was the wife's role in this?
But yes, that's the wife's role. I need you to be. I need you to understand what is being said about her.
Yeah.
In order for him to understand the real, not necessarily the real drama, but why this is a very strange case.
Where's that quote? Okay. I'm trying to find where his wife speaks, but basically she's saying that it's all lies.
Yeah. So Tyler, to sum it up while he's looking for it, I can kind of remember from memory. They are saying that it's all lies.
Here you go. The parents absolutely believed he was innocent and someone was trying to set him up, the mother said. The families put money together to pay for his bond. That's how much they trust him.
The families of the club?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The families of the club that he coaches, they don't believe. And so according to the charging, Cummins has asked permission to take the teen to lunch, blah, blah, blah. After the two argued in November practice. Yeah, essentially, there were also, apparently, possibly, allegedly, obviously, when you talk about all these things, the people on the team, Tyler, were also asking the girl, why are you lying? Like, why are you saying this stuff? And, like, the girl's mom, etc., is like, can you imagine? So it's a real big mess. Also, I remember we had a discussion about this and, like, trying to keep kids safe in the community, and general consensus we came up with was no one is going to be, or you would think that wrongfully accused people, it would happen less, and that essentially the people who are getting in trouble for this are showing behaviors and signs. Like you brought up Sandusky, and all this, like he was doing that for years, right? And like, are we at the tip of the iceberg here? Did this guy show any other signs? Are there any other girls coming forward? Because it's generally not an isolated incident, right? You don't generally have one thing happening.
Yeah.
It's most of the cases we hear about on the news are this happened, and then this girl came forward, and that girl came forward, and this guy, and then
it'll be interesting to see, if other ones come out.
I mean, it could definitely be too, though, if it was like something going on with girls unrelated to the club, and then
true, yeah. I think they brought the girl to either a psychiatrist or a doctor of some kind, and the doctor or somebody like that told the parents of the girl who is the victim that this guy was grooming her for this by like trying to like make her feel comfortable, etc. Like he was like setting the whole scene for like ages, like trying to like build this relationship with this girl to make her feel okay to do whatever. So like it is, what a bombshell case.
Yeah,
I don't.
No, I mean, yeah. Yeah, and I apologize for laughing a little bit when I was reading it, but like this, the way it was written was just weird. So it made me laugh, but it's not funny at all. And it's just crazy to think that like people would believe that a young girl would lie about all this. And it's not even about whether exactly what happened specifically at the house. Like it's just a lack of judgment on his part to be spending alone time with a minor it's just not your role. There's no reason for you to be alone anywhere with a kid in today's world. Like just protect yourself as a coach, as a teacher. It's something that unfortunately a lot of male teachers have to be very cognizant. And if I'm going to have a one-to-one meeting with a high school girl, for science class, the door stays open, or, whatever it is, there's little things you can protect yourself. Obviously he was trying to do something, and you should not be having kids over by themselves over to your house, regardless.
No, I mean it's like pretty standard practice with any sort of like working with kids. Is even when I was like, say, coaching is more babysitting, like after school programs, like these sports with these kids. I would range from like maybe 8 to 12. If like one of them needs to go to the bathroom, then you got to take 2 of them with you. Like even if one doesn't have to go, the other one just stays.
Yeah.
Really?
Like outside or whatever. Like
that's interesting.
You're not allowed to be by yourself with
a kid. I guess that's a good practice and stuff. It's what a strange world it is though too, because in the truth is that the majority of people aren't doing any of these things.
Aren't going to do it.
It's a minor thing. You don't need to live, and the news makes you think that every adult man that's alone with some other kid is clearly a predator. He's a predator. It's not true at all.
No.
If that was true, then the world we lived in would be shaped differently, because it just would be it would look different if people wanted. Yeah.
And I say that you shouldn't be hanging out with a coach who's older than you at their house, but like honestly, like I've done that with nearly every single coach I ever had. I mean, it's obviously different. I'm not a female with a male coach, so it's a different dynamic. But still, like, there's just as many stories about bad stuff like that happening with, male players and male coaches. And I never, for a single second, ever felt like I was being sexually harassed by any adult that I was ever alone with in any like school or soccer team or anything. So like it's just crazy to think that someone would lie about this, but. You never know,
when
man.
you were younger, though, were these coaches like my coach younger? He was like his kid was also on the team, so like I would hang out at their house already because we were friends, and then which I think kind of sets up like a much different dynamic already, where it's really like.
I mean, Precky had me over to his house and drove. He took me places after practice and stuff. If my dad was late, or EJ Will's dad would drive me places to tournaments, and I would stay over it's just the way it is. Like, people aren't bad, people aren't doing this, but when people do this, then it ruins it obviously for everybody.
Exactly. That was going to be my point, is that these fucking assholes, because kids are the coolest thing. Like, coaching camps, when you get a good group of kids, like, so much fun. It's the funniest. If well, you're from DC, and there's a whole new whatever they put in your water, that swamp. Did you know that DC is a swamp?
Called money. First off, it's called money.
Yeah, money. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, it is. It is a bunch of money whatever they do over there in that swamp. I didn't know DC was that much of a swamp. I couldn't. I'm reading a. You guys know. I don't know if you do or not know who Frederick Douglass is, but there's an amazing biography.
He's the black dude with the crazy like Einstein hair.
Exactly. Yeah, that's so you summed him up. Yeah. No. Yeah. Former slave. Just I mean, beyond a badass, and the biography is incredible. But they have old pictures of what DC was like, and oh my god, it's a trash filled. It's just a swamp, junk looking. I'm sorry, Tyler, but the natural land of DC is disgusting. Like if DC as a city wasn't built, it would be a gross place.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Swampy.
Sections of it are, but it is also a lot of it will quickly change kind of from that swamp terrain to more of like a kind of hilly wood river area.
That's where it's good, but that's outside, right? That's not like
but
that's not right there.
But nobody would go to the swamp if a city wasn't there. So it would just be.
But that's what I'm saying.
It's like exactly what I'm saying. It's like we're in Western Kansas and everything's just flat, and then we're like, but you go a little bit across the border and you start getting into Colorado. It's beautiful. Western Kansas isn't that bad.
Yeah, but this is over the course of like 15 miles, 10 miles, not.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Who's counting?
Yeah.
Though? I mean.
No, yeah. That's why the weather there is. I mean, when we used to go down to Sarasota, Florida, to play in the playoffs with DC's Academy, every team would die except for the teams from DC, Texas, and Sarasota and Florida. Those are the only 3 teams that would not die in the humidity just instantly.
Yeah. I can remember some games in Florida. By the way, Florida is not doing us any good. All the news over here in Europe from COVID is like, and the spring breakers in Florida, and TikToker in Florida, and Instagram model in Florida throws bash rave, and it's just like, okay, Florida, or can we just? And I know California, I know something happened where they like shut down some guys. I didn't read it. Yeah. I'm not reading any of those headlines. Something happened. TikTok.
Yeah, who has the right to tell me not to party? It's kind of interesting because I honestly, Joe Rogan had a pretty good take on it in his podcast about kind of the parties and talking about how, like, why does the government have the right to tell you what to do and not to do kind of thing. And I can't, I can't recite it, what he said, but I could understand the perspective a bit. But
which was
just that, are we really helping anything by stopping people from being able to have the ability to have gatherings at their own house? And is it really going to benefit the greater picture?
Joe Rogan also said he doesn't wear a mask because he doesn't want to look like a pussy. So
yeah, well, he's a comedian, and
no, that was not a comedic stance on that. That was
everything. I don't know this stance. Come on, no, you really think that he thinks you're a pussy if you wear a face mask?
Yeah,
that's on.
What he's.
Does he? I don't know this. Do we need to pull this up? Is this something that needs to get pulled up?
Him talking with Bill Burr. Bill Burr absolutely smoked him.
I don't know this. No, I didn't see it.
Look up Bill Burr, Joe Rogan.
So, but he's not wearing a mask.
No, he's just like against like wearing a mask, and he's trying to say he was trying to say like a mask doesn't really help, and then Bill Burr was. Bill Burr just sitting there like he's like, oh, listen, I'm not going to sit here without my medical degree, talk to you without your medical degree with this big American flag in the background about what the experts are saying is true or not. I just look at the news. If the experts say to wear a mask, I wear a mask. Like I check every other week. Oh, still a mask. I'm still going to wear a mask. I trust the medical experts. I know that's what's just dumb. Like I'll do. if I was in Sweden right now, and I don't think anyone's wearing masks in Sweden, then I wouldn't wear one. That's what I've done in Croatia. When everyone wears a mask here, then I wear a mask. When no one's wearing a mask here, then I'm not. I just whatever the country. I'm gonna go either way. Like whatever you guys are doing, I'm fine following.
That's what people are doing here, and no one wears it. So just no one wears it. And then like until recently, like literally 3 weeks ago, we just started seeing everybody who goes into a grocery store wears a mask. It was not like that for literally the first 2 months of the whole pandemic. Like,
well, that's what I still would have been doing in the U.S. because the government and they were all saying do it. All the health experts in the U.S. were saying wear a mask. It's just a bunch of people idiots. Well, not in Kansas, but I wouldn't expect.
Actually, I don't know because all the time I have been in the woods, so.
Are the animals wearing masks in the woods? Are they following the guidelines?
I saw a few foxes
with masks on.
Yeah, with masks on.
Did you put him there? Like he's walking around just doing a public service. All right, man, you fox, you can go ahead and wear that. Grab the bears. Yeah, we're gonna need this. A couple wolves. You get a mask. That's crazy. Well, good. You're lucky being out in the woods like that. I know. I've talked to a couple people, and I won't say their names, but you guys know them. But wealthy people are really letting me know that they have nice cabins in the middle of nowhere. And when I talk to them, I'm like, yeah. They're like, how's COVID? How's Sweden? I've heard about things. I'm like, yeah, life is normal here. Honestly, there's no real panic. Things just are opening. Like, yeah, I'm in my fortress in, Canada, up in the. It's just like
it's the way to do it.
It is. I get it. Like if we had Golorami Manor, in the middle of Blackpool, and we just had our own.
Oh, Blackpool.
Yeah. We're 100% going to have a headquarters.
Going to the woods, not going to the epicenter of the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. How scared were we that one night walking through that one?
Honestly,
we definitely.
I wasn't even scared. I was more intrigued. Like I was amused. Honestly, I was straight just like amused. Just this is
Twilight Zone.
Seriously, I find those situations amusing until something very specific happens to where it's not amusing anymore, and then just nothing really happened that whole night.
We were constantly. You say that, but something knocked on our door, or some.
I wasn't awake for that.
You just didn't hear it, but have we told that story on here?
I'm like PTSD. I'm getting sweaty, dude, just thinking about it. Like, I swear.
Let's end on that.
That whole night.
Can we just
a blur?
Yeah.
So
we just end on the part that just at least that part. Just we went to sum up the Blackpool, but just like get us to that. Whatever.
Yeah. Well, I had gout in my freaking left leg, and it was killing me. We don't know exactly what was going on, but we ended up going back to this Airbnb that got rented out, and we got off of the freaking subway or whatever they call that thing, and we walked 2 miles. It felt like, right? About mile and a half, maybe. Like
easy
down this shore and through these. Like I felt like Tyler kept saying it was like we were in the ghetto in Philadelphia, for reference. Like you were saying it's like Philly, like bad parts of Philly.
It was Philly with no people.
Yeah,
it was empty.
No one there. It was just creepy. But we're like, we get back to this place and it has 2 beds, and it has like all these alarm security to get in, and we get to our room and there's this random creepy back door back in the bedroom, and it says "Do not open."
No, it said like under any. There was something weird.
Under no circumstance.
It was something really weird written under it that made it a lot creepier than just "do not open."
And us being us, we immediately opened the door.
Of course,
we opened it. It's just like a back door from the house, and had like a little alleyway.
It's an alley. It's an alley. Yeah.
So we're all tired. We just got done filming with Manchester United. And now we're in this in the ghetto of England, literally the worst part, like one of the worst cities in all of England, and the worst neighborhood of all of England. And at around, I don't even know what time it was. I have no idea what time it was, but me and Will,
I don't know.
I just remember waking up and I see Will's face and his eyes are wide open, right? Just so open. And it's just like that. And
that's not everything, though.
What else?
That's
happened?
not everything.
What else?
That's not everything, though. So before that happened, why were Will's eyes wide open when Brandon woke up? Okay, there was some sort of rain.
Yeah,
fake rain.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Fake water. Something was raining inside, or I can't explain. It was so loud. I still don't know
it was kind of
what.
Like hail, maybe like hail.
Yeah.
And it was like a hurricane came through South Shore.
Yeah. And it happened really briefly. And then there were these knocks. And it was so, and like I just woke up and like I probably just looked like I'd seen something and I didn't move. Like I woke up, my eyes are wide open. B opens his eyes. He looks at me and like his face is like, are we gonna die? And like we're having like this telepathic conversation. I'm like, I think we're gonna die, dude. Like I don't know. There's nothing I can tell you.
We just looked at each other, but we were so tired from that day.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned, we had walked 2 miles with all this camera equipment. We just filmed the entire day with Manchester United. We had to eat like McDonald's at the creepiest McDonald's in the history of the world. We like walk in and they hated us.
They did not like us.
The food was cold. It was awful. We go back, we eat that, and then all that stuff happened, and it was just so freaking weird. But we were so tired, we just went back to sleep. We're like,
and there's even more to it. It's just unfortunate because Titos was the one that was up. So, yes, it's no.
Titos says there was someone banging on the back door. So,
anyway. Good times. That's B&T boys. B&T girl. Let's do this again. Let's do it again. What are we?
B&T boys and gals.
Bad tea boys.
The bad girls with the bad boys on the tea party time.
Bad boys and girls on Tea Party FM 99. We could get this. We could get this on a radio station. Also, Sirius has got to be begging for
69.9 FM.
69. It would definitely have to be 34.9.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah. 34
AM.
9 AM.
We're an AM radio.
Easy.
All right. Well, see you later, B&T boys, bad boys, and girls.
Yeah. Fuck Arson FC. Get off that club. Fucking kidding me. Go find another club. Yeah. There's too many good coaches, too many good clubs around here. Go play for them.
Honestly, I don't know that they should leave the club. The people involved need to leave so that they can let them.
Let's just buy them.
I don't know enough.
FC.
I don't know enough. Let them leave.
That's what it doesn't make any sense. How can
the wife be in control?
How can he plead guilty and then the wife say the girl's lying and then still be in charge of the club if the club already decided the kid is not going to be part of the club anymore? That doesn't make any sense. You can't have two people saying that we're not lying and then just fire one of them and have the other one run everything else.
I don't understand it, Tyler. I really don't. I can't understand that.
It's not how you handle that situation.
No, everyone just needs to walk away.
You either stand behind both of them or you get rid of both of them.
No, that they founded the club. I think that there's. I would guess that in the upcoming months, more is going to come out about this.
Yeah.
So. All right. Well, we'll
go
see you later.
Chiefs!